South Africa. I knew nothing about this place before ending up here, and in 2024 I showed up knocking on its doorstep being like, hey, welcome me in. And with a little bit of a uncomfortable first month, I would say, of being here, it started to grow on me. And although the landscape was beautiful and I loved the city and it was just stunning, the fear factor of this country, of this place, when people talk about it, it's just like, you know, eating away at the back of your brain when you first show up, because you don't understand, you don't know what's going on. You just feel like there's this like cultural and racial, to be blunt, blockage or barriers that kind of hold you back and make people interpret you in a different way, or me interpreting them in the wrong way. And it's taken, you know, time to understand what's going on here, but even so, like, I've barely scratched the surface, and I feel like I know like 0.00001% of it all, but not without trying. Like I said, it's such a rich history, and with a lot of nuances as well that reflect in the culture today and how people present themselves, how people interact, and how people see the future of this country. I feel like there's a lot of misconceptions on South Africa, but in Africa as a whole, like I think just Africa as a whole continent has a lot of misconceptions, and it's one of the reasons I love it, is because I feel like there's just this mystery. There's all of these like little nuggets that pop up in random places, like, oh wow, French is spoken in this country. Like, enough of my little rambling. I think I'm gonna share lots of little nuggets throughout this video, and I had a little breakfast this morning. My belly's happy. I'm gonna make a little lunch, just throw some stuff together, and we're gonna go on a little adventure. Let's get moving and grooving. It's just after 8:30 now, so I wanna leave by 9, stop for a little coffee, and get on our way.
Where did the time go? How do we move so far away? Holding on, how much can we both take when love isn't at home?
Okay, coffee in hand. It's one of my local spots. It is a chain, but I go there when I just want coffee because it's cheaper than some of the other coffee shops around. So I'm going to the West Coast National Park and Marine Protected Area. That's a long name, but it is about an hour and 20-ish minutes outside of Cape Town on the West Coast. I mean, of course, it's in the name. We're already late. Let's get going. So this here is known as an informal settlement or a township. At least those are the two common names I hear associated with this type of area. And as you can tell, these buildings are very makeshift, kind of thrown together with whatever materials at hand. So what makes them an informal settlement is they're technically not allowed to be here. The buildings are put up with no permits or permission, and so they lack basic necessities like water and sanitation. Hello, how are you?
Thanks, and you?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Yeah,
I guess I'm here to see what's going on.
okay, just have to take your details.
Okay, yeah.
So then it's 116 rand.
Okay, no worries.
Do you like a map maybe?
That would be great. All of the information would be lovely.
Here's your map.
Awesome.
I'm going to explain to you now. Ne?
Yeah, and card, right? Cool. Oh my goodness, I was gonna wait until I settled somewhere to pull out my camera, but like, holy geez, I had no idea this park was this large. Like I've already been driving for like, I don't even know, like maybe 15 minutes, and just now hit this sign that tells me where I'm going to look at these like beautiful wildflowers, South African wildflowers. Obviously I'm in South Africa. Is still 19 kilometers up this road. Like I'm in the park, and they gave me the map and everything, but like looking at the map, it's like some like little kid drew it and it looks tiny and small. But then in reality, this place is massive. This is just so crazy. Like, I don't think many people are here right now because it's, Friday afternoon, and it's not like necessarily tourist season right now, so it's pretty chill. But like, holy geez, like I'm standing in the middle of the ocean in a little lagoon, and it is so cool. I figure I just take it slow. I'm not in a rush, so I might as well enjoy. Wow! Oh my goodness, look at these birds. Anytime I'm in landscape like this, and especially when I'm climbing Table Mountain, which is like the main mountain in Cape Town, all I can do is think about how like this was probably all covered by the ocean at one point, like thousands, hundreds of thousands of years ago, because there's just like these chunks of rock that I'm like, you are obviously carved by the ocean. Like you are a piece of dead coral. Like, and it's just crazy to like, I don't know, see that 700, 800, 900 meters up a mountain and see the ocean and the city and everything below it and just be like, you were underwater at one point, I swear. Like, I just love being able to think about how different these places are now versus hundreds of thousands of years ago, and how there is history. It's the same place, but it's just molded and shaped itself. And I'm right here, right now, seeing it, but there's so much depth and so much history that is like such a mystery, and I love the mystery. These van things got a story. Oh my goodness, in Cape Town they are everywhere, and they're mainly used to transport people from townships and informal settlements into the city to work, and we call them taxis. And these taxis drive absolutely crazily, to the point that the city decided to, a few years ago, try to put more regulations in with their drivers so that way not as much crazy stuff happened with them. And it didn't go very well, because these taxis are like part of a gang, and I'm not sure if it's one big gang or multiple gangs, but they all ganged up together as a unit and blockaded the city of Cape Town with weapons. Like, they stopped the flow of traffic in and out of Cape Town and were like, you cannot put rules and regulations on us. And the city was like, oh, okay. Yeah, keep doing your thing. They literally blockaded the whole city of Cape Town. It's not funny. It's crazy. Obviously, not all of the vans and things have hectic drivers and like are a part of it, but insane story. Not a bad place to have lunch, if I do say so myself. One cool thing about South Africa is that there are 12 official languages, but many, many more are spoken within the country, especially when you take into consideration the amount of dialects that are spoken, and they can differ from township or suburb. It's a lot of things going on. And I'll sometimes have Afrikaans spoken to me, mainly in rural areas, because over 60% of the white population in South Africa speak it as their mother tongue. I got some roasted vegetables, beets, white flesh yam, and butternut squash, along with a coconut rice, some seed crackers, and 2 different types of cheese, a like black pepper goat cheese and a cranberry cheese as well. But a lot more people have it as their second or third language, and so it wouldn't be odd for me, if I was South African, to be able to speak Afrikaans. However, Afrikaans is a daughter language, if you will, of Dutch, but it's molded and shifted itself into this new thing, but it only officially was recognized as a language in 1925. Although Dutch is the primary language in it, there are lots of different African languages that have influenced it, as well as English. 2 little seagulls going to my spot to see if I left anything behind. They were looking at me the entire time I was eating. And many Afrikaans words are commonly used by everybody in South Africa. So, for instance, barbecue is braai, a pickup truck is called a bakkie, someone expressing that they like something, it was nice or tasty or pleasant is lekker, and that's just to name a few. What seems like a little path might be a little path. There's no sign saying don't go up, so I'm gonna go up. Oh my goodness. Wow. All of the different plants, like this is such a crazy one. Some tiny little wildflowers. Some insanely bright pink ones. I don't think you can see it on camera, but these guys have almost like this shimmer to them. I think these are the same as the pink ones, but yellow. I really wish you guys could see this in real life because this is just insane. I love South Africa. South Africa is just like the most stunning country in the world to me, and there's just something about this landscape that connects to my soul. I don't know how else to put it because Canada is beautiful, don't get me wrong, it's stunning and I love it, but at the same time, this type of weather, these types of plants brightens my soul. I was standing on the rocks down there having lunch earlier, and with the wind just blowing off of the water and like coming at me, I'm like, I don't know, taken back to another life, as if this world is like 400 years ago or 500 years ago, and I'm just standing on this rock all alone, looking out into the vastness of the world, and nothing else really matters. It's a special place. Really, really special place. So this national park, as well as around where I live, is the Cape Floral region, which is one of the most unique regions in terms of plant diversity, and upwards of 70% of the plants that are grown here are not found anywhere else in the world, which is just insanely cool. Like when I first came here, I was taken aback by all of the weird looking plants that I had never heard of, let alone ever seen in my life. Fynbos vegetation is a dominant type that is grown here and found only here, with thousands and thousands of species, one of which is rooibos, a delicious tea that I drink pretty much every single day alongside most South African people. Okay, maybe I can't say most, but a lot. We love it here. But fynbos, the word, actually means fine bush in Afrikaans. So I thought I was going to be able to walk down this path because I saw a man with a backpack walking through it, but he must have some sort of permit or I don't know what, but or he's breaking the rules. I mean, good on you, bro. You look like you respect nature, so it's all good, all fine by me. Just looking for somewhere I can kind of like sneak down for maybe 15 minutes and then turn around, because there's just so much to explore here that you just see a lot more if you drive around and yeah, stop and kind of poke your nose in different areas, different spots. And it's just so nice that this is only an hour and 15 minutes away from Cape Town. I mean, it's the same landscape as like Table Mountain and, you know, the places by my house, but at the same time, it's just so much nicer because you don't hear like cars rumbling on the highway or, you know, people, and it's just very serene and feels like what nature would probably feel like, you know, thousands of years ago.
So here I lay, I'm too weak, so here I lay.
standing in front of the lagoon right now, and it is just, it's massive. I mean, it's beautiful. It reminds me of a lake in Canada, like not one of the Great Lakes by any means, because the Great Lakes are massive, but a lake nonetheless. And it's sectioned off on the map in 3 zones. Zone C, no boats, no anything is allowed there. It's a reserved area. Section B is what I'm looking at right now, and it seems like houseboats and just kind of chill boats are hanging out here. And then Section A, power boats and like water sports are allowed. So it's kind of nice that they do that, because I can't imagine trying to like live on my houseboat or chill on my houseboat and then like people are water skiing right beside me. It'd be a bit annoying, but yeah, just such a beautiful landscape. So I'm at the time where I actually should be leaving this place. I need to be out of here in probably like 10-15 minutes. But I just don't want to go. The only reason I'm leaving is because I'm meeting a friend around 5:30, 5:45, and we're gonna go out for a lovely little drink. That's a cool thing about South Africa, especially Cape Town. I mean, not South Africa in general, definitely not South Africa in general, but Cape Town is you can go on a beautiful hike and go surfing, go shopping, go for like a Michelin star experience at a restaurant, all in the same day. And I'm really, really glad that I did this today. It's just stunning. Say goodbye to the park. Bye! In classic Julia fashion, I am running late and this battery is about to die. I'm quickly, it's too dark. Yes, godly. Okay, quickly getting myself made up again because I feel disgusting. I like just covered my sweaty, gross armpits with essential oil, so hopefully we're covering the stink well. And little eyeliner touch up. I literally use lipstick as a blush. A little concealer. Hair is good enough. It's fine. It's fine. Good evening. I suck at taking videos out. I don't even know if I could say I used to be good at it, because like I barely went out before I like started traveling and like car camping and stuff like that. Like I actually like barely had friends at that point in time in my life. And I mean, mind you, the big C word that affected the whole world during that time made it kind of hard to, you know, maintain and make friends, especially for somebody in their like early 20s. That's just weird. It was a weird time for all of us, but nonetheless, I am in such a better place when it comes to like friendship and like having decent people in my life and like wanting to connect with them and like going out and like trying to connect with people and stuff. I think I just like really struggled with vulnerability in my life, and this like whole process of kind of like unpacking my trauma and to do with like my ED, like all of it just has so much to do with my biggest coping mechanism, which is dissociation. So for anybody that doesn't really know what dissociation is, just for like a short version of me explaining this, like I remember all of my childhood from a bird's eye view. So I was not experiencing the things, but I was like this being above me watching it happen. And as my life has gone on and I've gotten older, it's like that bird's eye view has gotten closer to me. So at one point it was like across the room at the corner of the ceiling, and I was at the other end of the room across, like look, it was like far away. And then I come to like maybe 19 years old and I'm kind of like standing at this like face distance, and then like become like 20 and 21, and I just like get closer and closer and closer until I start, you know, actually processing a lot of the things that I've been through and have had to deal with and stuff. And that's kind of like what broke me in many ways, is like recognizing that all of those memories are me and I was experiencing them. And that made it very difficult for me to have friendships, because like I could not be vulnerable. Like I was so detached from reality, from my own experiences, from the experiences of other people. It made it really difficult for me to, like, I don't know, see eye to eye with somebody because of all of that. And as I've gotten closer to myself and finally actually remembering things from my own eyes, the harder it's been to put things off, the harder it's been to not actually deal with stuff and address things in a timely manner. And I think I've always, you know, been trying my best to show up for myself and, like, you know, be present in different areas of my life. And I mean, I think without all of that work, I would not be where I am now. It just takes time, like, it took time to bring myself into myself. And it's not easy, though, to start seeing yourself and really dealing with stuff. Like, it's really confronting and really, really challenging. But in this beautiful way that, like, I feel so much more in tuned and able to actually understand what's going on inside of me, like in tuned, like instead of putting that funny feeling that I have in my stomach off and just shoving it back down and telling myself like, oh, it's fine, like let's just think positive, or like whatever. I'm actually like, what is that? Like, why am I feeling like that? Oh, I actually don't like this situation, or I actually don't like this present moment or this person, and that's okay. Like, I don't have to force myself to be something. And yeah, I think I just like masked so much in an attempt to bring happiness and joy into my life. I unexpectedly started my period today. I was a couple days early, and of course, on the day of the white linen pants, which was devastating. Good night, my loves, for another day in Africa. Africa, my brew.